In 1984, singer Bonnie Tyler released the song Holding Out for a Hero. A decade and a half later, composer Grant Kirkhope released the DK Rap. Both songs are well loved by millions around the globe. Both have been remixed countlessly, but these songs were just two halves of a whole. In 2022, YouTuber and song arranger Sackie Bum released Holding Out for a DK. You might think that Sackie Bum just simply combines the music and the lyrics, but this is not the case. This musical masterpiece has some deeply profound lyrics. Surprisingly, the lyrics stand their own and do not rely on the other two songs for their meaning. They reference sources from ancient Greek mythology to pragmatism. The verses analyze themes like hope and what makes a good leader. I would like to spend some time analyzing the lyrics of the song. The first verse of this musical masterpiece is, "Where have all the good Kongs gone?" The word Kong in this verse might seem a bit strange. I mean, what even is a Kong? Well, in Southern Min, the word Kong means light, glory, or ray. Traditionally, light has been associated with heroes and noblemen, while darkness has been associated with villains and mischievous figures. A possible reason why the lyricist chose to use Kong instead of hero is to represent that the hero could come from anywhere. From America, the country that has the most people who could speak English, the language in which the song is written, all the way to China. It doesn't matter. The next verse is, "And where is the DK krill?" Once again, we have a strange word, DK. A likely explanation for why the word DK was used is because of how unrelated the letter D and the letter K are. They don't sound the same, basically have nothing to do with each other, and have nowhere near the same usage rate. This clues the listener in that whatever DK is or whatever it means is going to be laid out in the rest of the song. The third verse is, "Where is the leader of the bunch to kick some tail for you?" There are 2 points to discuss here. The first is that the leader of the bunch is most likely the leader of the DK krill mentioned in the earlier verse, possibly even the Kong mentioned in the opening lyric. The second point is the verse to kick some tail. The expression kick some tail means to easily win or conquer an opponent or a group of enemies, meaning that the singer wants this leader to be able to defeat their enemies. The next verse is, "Isn't there a monkey upon a rhino steed?" This verse is definitely based on the phrase, "a white knight upon a shining steed." But why replace the word white knight with monkey and shining steed with rhino? I think this is to paint a more nuanced and realistic version of what a hero is. When you imagine a white knight on a shining steed, you probably imagine a perfect man on a strong horse rushing through a castle, easily defeating any obstacle that comes his way and saving the princess. This, of course, is an exaggerated and unrealistic version of what a hero is. This verse is saying that the hero the singer wants doesn't have to be perfect and doesn't have to defeat every obstacle with no effort. This is very important, as for the rest of the song, the singer will be laying out the qualifications or desires for their hero. The singer is saying right now that they don't want to give the impression that the hero has to be perfect. The next verse is, "I skip and I hop and I dream of what I need." Skipping and hopping are very active activities. It is often associated with childhood innocence and enthusiasm. This implies that the dream of a hero, which is what the words "what I need" means, is so great that it overcomes sorrow from the singer's problem and makes her excited. The song then goes into its chorus. After a "here we go" to transition, we get the following words, "I need a DK." This confirms our hypothesis that a DK refers to their aforementioned hero and leader. The next verse is, "I'm holding out for a DK till the end of the run." There are many quotes and metaphors that compare life to a race, aka a run. The singer is saying that they will be dreaming of a hero until they stop running, aka die. In a couple of verses, we see that they actually put a conditional to the statement, but we'll get to that shortly. After that, we get, he's got to be strong and he's got to be fast. This verse is pretty self explanatory. The song continues, saying, and he's got to be second to none. The singer is saying that this leader of the DK crew must be the most qualified for being a leader. If there's someone else who will be a better leader, that person should be the leader, not the current one. After saying, I need a DK one more time, the singer says, I'm holding out for a DK till the morning sun. This lyric builds upon the verse, I'm holding out for a DK till the end of the run. Usually happiness and tranquility are compared to daytime, while chaos and hardship are compared to night. The singer is saying that yes, they'll wait for a hero for the rest of their lives, but only if their lives continue to be miserable. If their lives are okay, there's no point in continuing to dream of a hero. The next verse is, he's got to have style and he's got to have grace. Too often we see leaders that, although are good at their positions, are morally bankrupt. The singer is saying that this leader needs to be at least a decent human being. The final verse of the chorus is, and he's got to have coconut guns. Coconut guns. The verse is strange for an obvious reason. I mean, what even is a coconut gun? A very obvious interpretation of this phrase is a gun that instead of using bullets, uses coconuts. You could see how, if this device could be constructed, it will be useful, allow for the injury or even incapacitation of serious threats without downright killing them. The singer is saying that although the hero needs to have the ability to solve problems, he shouldn't overdo it in a way that could potentially cause more problems. The first verse after the chorus is, somewhere in the jungle and my wildest fantasies. A jungle is a very tropical and exotic location that most people can only fantasize about traveling to. This, along with "and my wildest fantasies," tells the listener that the next verse is going to be an unrealistic fantasy rather than a qualification for what the leader must be. After that, we get someone just beyond the fridge is someone crushing rocks with ease. In the myth of Sisyphus, the king Sisyphus is punished by the Greek gods to roll a boulder up a cliff, only for it to fall down again for all eternity. The boulder represents every human's internal problems and struggles. The singer is saying that in a perfect fantasy world, this hero will not only help her now for current problems, but also fix all of her problems, giving her a perfectly happy life. However, the singer knows that this is unrealistic, reserved for beyond the fridge. The following verse is, put your hands together and join us in the rap. This is the only time where the singer mentions the listener directly. All other uses of the word you can be interpreted to refer to the singer. For example, where is a good pencil when you need it? The singer is inviting the listener to also dream about the hero alongside them, or possibly independent of them. It's going to take a Donkey Kong to make me wanna clap. Again, we have a strange word, Donkey Kong. The Kong part definitely references the Kong mentioned in the first verse. However, what does the donkey part mean? A donkey is a domesticated animal used as a beast of burden. The singer is saying that this hero has to be able to carry lots of the burden of their problems. They are also saying that you clap when the hero does this. Next group of verses begins with, up where the jetpack reaches treetops above. A jetpack is an invention that allows a human to propel up into the air. Currently, jetpacks only allow the rider to lift a few feet on the ground. This is obviously unrealistic, not complete fantasy like the previous verses were. And where the monkey plays his tune. The monkey in this verse is obvious. It's the same monkey in verse 3, which we went into more detail earlier. However, it's unclear what it means for the monkey to play his tune. I have a possible interpretation. Most TV shows have a short song at the beginning of each episode called a theme song. The theme song serves to transmit the main ideas and themes of the TV show. Where the monkey plays his tune is the environment in which the monkey, which is a metaphor for the hero, thrives and works best. Kremlin's better beware because he's after you. The word Kremlings most likely is the same as the word Kremlin, which is the plural of a fortified structure in a Russian city. The lurkers probably used Kremlings instead of Kremlins because Kremlings will often tongue better. As we mentioned in verse 1, the song has a connection to America. From 1947 to 1991, America and Russia were in a period of geopolitical tension called the Cold War. Both sides wanted to prove that their ideology was superior and considered the other side enemy number one. This verse is a very compact way of saying that no matter how well protected the enemy is, the heroes that the singer is dreaming of should be able to defeat him. However, as mentioned a couple of seconds ago, this, although not impossible, is very unrealistic. Usually people, including heroes, don't work in environments that best suit them. The next verse takes us back into reality. Pseudo walnuts and peanuts and grapes and pineapple smells. Although being all edible plants, the food mentioned above have vastly different sizes, tastes, and textures. Additionally, some of these plants, such as peanuts, can be downright deadly for a select few people. This shows us that the hero the singer is dreaming about must be able to survive through multiple types of environments. After this, we get, I can feel his approach like he's firing his shells. One definition for the word shell is an explosive artillery bomb. This can be interpreted as a dreamed-of hero's solutions he uses to overcome obstacles or defeat enemies. This sentence is repeated 4 more times, cutting more and more of the beginning, showing how, like he's firing his shells, is the most important part of the sentence. The singer once again repeats the chorus, after what seems like the song coming to an end. With the music slowing down and becoming less loud, the music springs back to life, with the singer chanting, Ha! 6 times. Then the singer recites the last verse of the song. DK, oh, he's got to be strong, and he's got to be fast, and he's got to be second to none. I need a DK. If there were any lyrics that will capture the essence of this song, this will be it. It highlights the requirements for this DK, states how he needs to be the most qualified physician, and how the singer needs him. And thus, the song concludes. After going through the lyrics, I hope you see why I hold this song in such high regard. The lyrics alone will make this song a certified masterpiece, and I haven't even talked about what a bop it is to listen to. I highly recommend you go listen to the lyric video, link in the description. A link to just the lyrics is also available there. I hope you get to experience this musical masterpiece.